step forward.
You want evidence.
What's that?
Did a seemingly perfect dad and husband really kill his wife as their children slept nearby? Caleb Flynn was back in court Monday, and the judge made a big decision that could lead to answering that question once and for all. We're on the case, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. In covering the story of Caleb Flynn over the last several weeks, I think about what life might have been like before the early hour mornings of February 16th. It wasn't that long ago, where the Flynn family, at least on the outside, it seemed like they were living the kind of life that most people want, that most people dream of. But now this is the reality of who Caleb Flynn is because of what he allegedly did. This is video of him back in court today in Ohio. And in his case, the judge made some big decisions, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. Now, here are the basics of this case. And it's getting more and more attention each time Caleb Flynn goes to court, because it's a story that is just so difficult to comprehend. And frankly, it is just so heartbreaking. Caleb and Ashley Flynn, they were raising their two young girls in their town, Tip City, Ohio, which is north of Dayton. And this is a couple that had been active in their church. Ashley had been a teacher at the local school. She's also a middle school volleyball coach. You have Caleb, who's working for a flooring company, and he was also a worship leader, and he played in the church band. But the reality of that life, it's no more. It's been shattered. And less than 2 months after Ashley's body was found, shot to death inside the Flynn home, with Caleb hyperventilating, claiming that an intruder did it. We could find out whether he is the one who actually pulled the trigger, as police have alleged. Now, this is video of Caleb Flynn in court Monday for this pretrial hearing. He has been in jail since his arrest on February 19th, which was 3 days after Ashley was killed. At today's hearing, the judge set a date for Caleb's trial. And as it stands right now, that trial is coming up fast. Now, before we get into the courtroom and some of the drama that played out there today, let's get caught up to speed on what we're learning about the case against Caleb Flynn.
Oh my God.
Miami County, 911.
Oh my, somebody broke into my home. Somebody broke into my home and shot my wife.
Are they still in there?
I don't know. Please hurry. Please hurry.
Okay. What are you seeing?
My wife she's got 2 shots to her head.
Now, this was the start of the nightmare that allegedly took place inside the Flynn home on February 16th. It was around 2:30 in the morning when Caleb calls police screaming that someone had come into their home and shot his wife, Ashley, specifically on the 911 call. He said that she was shot twice. Now, law enforcement rushed to this house on a quiet cul-de-sac in Tip City, Ohio.
The house clear? Okay. I checked this right here, nothing else.
Okay.
My daughters are in the bedroom over there, they're still asleep.
Okay, have you checked on them?
The 911, yes. Right now, no one else comes in here, period. No, every door. No one.
Okay.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God.
Hey, sit. You want to sit down?
No.
Okay. Take a breath.
Is she gone?
Look at me. Look at me. Take a breath. Okay?
I can't.
Look at me. I need you to breathe, okay?
Try not to touch much. What do I do with my daughters? What do I do with my daughters?
Right now, I need you to breathe, okay? Do you have any family that you can call? Okay, where's your phone at? Okay. Do you want to call family? Hold on. Corey, do you watch him? Yep.
Water's in around there, not stay together, they get condos. Yes, one person only.
Oh, that door's open over there. That back door's open. Is that lead outside? Because I can't see. Is that a closet? Okay.
The center console of the truck.
It is. Should we have him. Okay, look at this. Watch out. Oh no, it's paint. Do you see any blood along the truck at all? Hey, is someone watching him? Somebody needs to be watching him. Where's he?
You want me to call Mike if you want to? Okay.
Are there any firearms in this house?
I have a shotgun.
Okay.
And what's that?
I said okay.
A shotgun and a 22 and like a pellet gun.
Okay, where?
And I have a handgun in my truck.
Okay.
In the glove box.
Okay.
Have you ever watched a true crime documentary and wanted to look through the case evidence yourself? Well, now you can with Law and Crime Plus. Check it out.
I'm Dan Abrams, and I want to show you something you can't find anywhere else. On Law and Crime Plus, our case files give you exclusive access to the evidence vaults of today's most infamous cases and breaking true crime stories. Actual crime scene photos, surveillance footage, court testimony, the cases everyone's talking about with the depth no one else provides. The facts are here. The files are open. The conclusions, those are yours to make. Download Law and Crime Plus and stream the full case files now.
Now, if you're like me, then you may spend hours diving deep into each case file, and you can check out multiple case files now on Law and Crime Plus. The link is in the description. In the Bodycam video that's been released by police, they blur what officers see when they go inside the Flynn house, but they keep the audio going, and you can hear what they say. Police are just trying to gather the facts at this point, but you can also see that they do notice that the center console is open in a vehicle, and they also notice that there's a door in the garage that's open. Now, Caleb says he keeps a handgun in the glove box of his car. Still unclear right now if police have the murder weapon in this case. Now, police, as they continue to work their way through the home, they go into the rooms where the Flynn daughters appear to still be asleep.
Sit down on the couch, okay?
Do I call somebody?
Awake.
Both of them?
Yep.
Check with 230.
Is this just a room? Is this just a room? Okay.
RP is requesting a check on Rebecca, Deshawn, and
Clear.
boyfriend is at the location where he was probably.
Where did Corey go? What's that room? Here.
The girl's okay.
Yes. Girls are okay. Okay, you're good. Sit down.
Do I call anybody?
Hold on, honey. Okay.
God.
Do you want to let him?
Is there a dog?
Is he gone?
Hey.
I can't. Is it my wife?
Can you contact? You able to take care of a dog? Hang out for a few minutes and.
Corey, do we want to let him call any family? Or no?
Yes, I know. Yes, he's okay to call family, but They cannot come inside this house.
Okay.
We probably should. You want me to name
Yep.
her name and phone?
Okay.
The kids are okay.
Yes. Both the girls were, they like woke up when we walked in.
No, I don't want to do one right there, but
I don't want to ask him questions right now.
that's fine. That's fine.
For a few minutes. Sit down, honey, okay? Stay seated. Are you able to tell me her information? Yeah? I know this is really difficult, okay?
They're clear, thank you.
What's your name? Caleb. I'm sorry, okay?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You can call family, by the way. They just can't come in this house. They're not going to be able to come, like, near the house or anything like that.
I'm gonna call her mom. My parents live in Minnesota.
Okay, before you do that, can you do me a favor, okay?
Yeah.
What's her first and last name?
Police then cut the audio. They seem to redact what Caleb is specifically saying about his wife and what he says allegedly happened inside the house. Now, not only was Caleb this seemingly loving dad and a husband, but he was also a pretty accomplished musician. And he was a contestant once on American Idol. It was season 12. Talking around 2014. So he's someone who goes, he crushes an audition apparently in front of the judges, people like Simon Cowell, and he gets a golden ticket to Hollywood. Now, he didn't make it past that next stage, but he was featured on the show enough where they give him a little segment. And they asked him in this segment, he's introducing himself, talking about who he is. He's a self-proclaimed crybaby, he said. And he's also a man very much about his faith. And he's asked the question, what makes you unique? This is what he said. Quote, I absolutely love the Lord. I love my wife more than anything. She is very, very pretty. I love her. He also said that Ashley was the one who nudged him to go back for an audition, because apparently he had tried out before. It didn't work out the first time, but she said, you should go back and audition again. Now, based on everything we know about Caleb Flynn to this point, at least to the outside world, it seemed like he was the last person who would do something like kill his wife. Now, after about 45 minutes inside the home in the body camera video, we see Caleb make his way outside, and there's just this emotional embrace with someone who appears to be a family member or a close friend.
Come on, honey.
Any squad you looked at yet? I mean, you think you got squad come just to look at him?
The girls don't know. The girls are sleeping. Can I take, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do either.
I'm just I'm in shock.
I feel good. before.
Yeah, I think maybe.
Do you want to sit down on the steps?
If you have a blanket, can we get him a
Yep.
blanket?
Yep. Get him a blanket. Who walked around in the back?
What's that?
Who walked around in the back? The deputies?
Deputies.
None of us have walked around in the back?
No.
Do you not want us to?
I don't.
Let.
I was gonna wait till dogs got here. We have 2 dogs coming.
Okay.
I just had them go around and put up, I don't know, Colt might have went around some to put up the tape.
Yeah.
That would have been it.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Troy said they could bring a drone, but we don't know what they were looking for. I mean,
So I heard, and I froze, and then I ran, and the door to the garage was wide open, and then I.
How long were you here before we got here? Like 20 seconds?
yeah, not too long.
Okay.
'Cause I think I seen your guys' lights.
Yeah. No cars came driving out of
No,
here?
I didn't see nothing.
I didn't see anything either. All down Hyatt.
And
I didn't see
I
anything.
came, first one, it came in, I started going fast, and they said,
Yeah.
what the,
Yeah.
I hit my siren.
Oh, yeah.
And then I turned the siren off a ways down, so
Yeah.
I didn't scare no one.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't find it at first.
Well, the side door is what's open.
It's open still.
Yeah, it is.
Now, in the hours after Ashley was killed, police said that the working theory was that this was a burglary that was turned deadly. That was what Caleb was saying. Police came, they put drones in the air, they had dogs on the ground. They found no sign, they say, of an intruder. One thing you do notice in watching the body camera video is just how police do seem to keep things very professional, even though the husband is obviously hysterical with what he is saying happened. But police, for as emotional as Caleb is, they do seem somewhat suspicious of his story.
Everything? Yeah. The back door is open. There's like a door on the side right there. It's open. So.
You guys cleared the garage and everything?
Yeah. We didn't. The truck, the center console of the truck's open. And that's where he said he keeps his gun, so.
Who shot?
The wife.
In the same ring with him?
Yeah. In the bed.
He didn't hear anything?
I haven't talked to him. Corey's the one that's talked to him.
Now here's body camera video of an officer talking to an EMT about what he saw when he arrived on scene.
I know you're not certified. Tell me this. How long do you think you've been going for? I mean, he's probably
Not long.
Okay. We're just trying to figure out why in the hell, where was he at? Because we got here about a burglary call.
Yeah, I'm guessing, but not hours.
Okay.
But they'll be able to get her body temperature.
Okay.
And they will be able to tell you a time.
Okay.
It hasn't been 5 hours.
No. Okay.
Her color
Recently,
her color was still good.
Okay.
But not cold. But
okay.
It was gray matter at the exit wound.
Yeah, I seen I knew she was gone, but
I don't have to get a name and date of birth if you come by the station later.
Yeah, we'll get the stuff.
Or we can hang out too.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah,
we just hang out.
We're gonna be pretty much hanging out here too until detectives get here.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Police definitely seem to have questions, but they say since Caleb is so hysterical that they're waiting for him to calm down and for detectives to arrive. Now, here is the friend who is comforting Caleb with a blanket, asking questions to the police.
So it just happened that he just called
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. I would say probably 40 minutes ago now.
So... So you were with the girls you say laying down? She's sound asleep. You know, she knew.
She told me to sleep on the couch because I was coughing. I shouldn't have listened.
Now, eventually, Caleb, wrapped in that blanket, is walked to a police car where the police say that he voluntarily went to the police station to answer some questions. Now, this is a video of Caleb giving his DNA voluntarily to police. We don't have timestamps on this body cam video, so we don't know just how many hours after police arrived at Caleb's house where this is happening.
I'm sorry to meet you under these circumstances, sir. Again, you can call me Will. Now, what was your first name, sir?
Caleb.
Caleb. All right.
Anything from me or coming in from out of town, like my phone and everything?
I'm gonna try to get everything processed with that we would need, and we'll see what we can do about as far as like getting it back to you as soon as possible. Yeah. But unfortunately, in the situation, it's kind of standard for us to collect everything. Okay. I'm gonna step out since you're doing your thing with him. If you need anything, just
okay.
All right.
Pretty simple process. So, I'm sure Detective Morgan. I got one. Thank you. Kind of told you. So for touch DNA, if there's stuff left at the residence, this would eliminate you. Like if the crime lab, they see it and they're like, okay, no, this matches the homeowner, so we need, or it doesn't. So now we have this other profile. We got to try to find out who that is. Okay. So with these, it's real simple. It's sterile. New packaging. So if you just open your mouth and then I just put it in and I swirl it around on your cheek a couple times.
Now, we don't have interrogation video of Caleb. It seems like that part of this case, even though they've released the body camera video, the parts that have been redacted are truly the specifics that could make or break a trial. We do know based off court records that the 911 call and the body cam video, you seem to understand what his side of the story is. But what's a big question still at this point, what was the evidence that specifically prompted police to say that Caleb Flynn is the one who allegedly killed his wife? Now, we don't know if there's an alleged motive either. Police have not listed that publicly yet.
I don't know much about the situation other than sounds like a home invasion and went bad or something like that. So, all right, let me check with the detectives real quick if they need. I don't know if they would actually need your boxers. If they do, then I'll ask, but.
Now, here's the moment that Caleb is put under arrest.
All right, Caleb. I need you to stand up for me, bud. We'll be placed under arrest. All right.
Step forward.
You want evidence?
What's that?
Turn around for me, sir.
We're not going to discuss that here. Okay.
Put your hands together for me, like.
Did Patrick call you?
What's that?
Did Patrick call you?
Now, I didn't know that he was calling me. So.
His lawyer's supposed to be calling him right now.
Okay. Yeah. We'll get in touch with him.
I'm being cordial and being cooperative, so I'm not being.
You want to give him a hug real quick? And go ahead and do that.
He's strong. I'm sure it will come out. There's absolutely no evidence. They know how much you love that woman. You're going to be okay. You're strong. You're Sammy. You're strong. You're okay. This will work out.
Sir, do you have anything that's going to poke or stick me? Any sharps or anything?
He hasn't eaten in days. Can you get some water at least while you're taking him?
They'll give him food.
Make sure we hold non-priority calls then. I got a problem that came in.
Relax your arms for me for a second, sir. Can you spread your legs for me real quick?
Come on. You're clear.
All right. Just walk with us.
And it's unclear who that person is who is by Caleb's side in the waiting area, but it's just another example of someone who just could not fathom that he would be the one who killed his wife, as police are alleging. Caleb is cuffed and he's shipped down to the county jail. Now, when Caleb made his first court appearance, the judge asked him if there was anything he wanted to add, and this is what he said.
Is there anything you would want to tell me about that?
Sir, I just want to take care of my daughters. I'm not at risk.
I understand. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, the court is going to order a $2 million blanket bond in this case, covering all of your charges. Should you post bond in this case, the court will order that you be on pretrial services electronically monitored house arrest. Furthermore, the court will order that you will have no contact whatsoever, directly or indirectly through a third party.
Caleb's been in jail since his arrest. A grand jury indicted him on nearly a dozen charges in Ashley's death. Caleb has pleaded not guilty to the 11 charges he faces. His bond was set at $3.5 million. Caleb is accused of aggravated murder, and he's also facing 3 other murder counts in Ashley's death. He's also facing 2 counts of felonious assault, 3 counts of tampering with evidence, and there's 2 counts of intimidation of an attorney, victim, or witness in a criminal case. And it has not been made clear as of yet who Flynn allegedly intimidated. Now, there are also firearm specifications attached to those murder charges. In the news release from authorities in Tip City, they did write, quote, "If convicted, Flynn will serve life in prison without the possibility of parole." Now, the death penalty, it is on the books. It's legal in Ohio, but no one has been executed since 2018. Flynn was back in court today for this pre-trial conference, and all discovery to this point has been handed over from the prosecution to the defense. We learned that. Any more will be provided as this case moves forward, they say. And then the judge said a trial date has been set.
At this point, Mr. Mulligan has indicated that his client does not intend to file a time waiver, so the court set this for trial. Is that accurate, Mr. Mulligan?
It is, Your Honor.
So at this point, a trial date has been set for April 28th. That's a Tuesday. It will be a 2-week trial beginning on that date at 8:45 a.m. In addition, if defense counsel wishes to reconsider filing a time waiver, the court has set this for a status conference on April 6th at 2 p.m. And that time waiver will address the specific specifications the court has set.
So April 28th would be a little more than 2 months since Caleb Flynn allegedly killed his wife. Now, it's possible at this April 6th hearing that the defense asks for more time in preparing Caleb's case, which would move that trial date back. This is obviously a very public case, and the allegations are incredibly shocking. And then you have the evidence like the body camera video, you have the 911 call that has been put out there that has continued to make this case a headline that a lot of people are interested in following. At the same time, the defense is trying to limit the amount of information that is going public as this moves forward.
We're also here for a hearing on a motion for non-dissemination of material discovery, as well as other potential evidence that may be presented in this case. Defense counsel filed for that just last week. My understanding is that at this time, counsel would like to set that for further hearing, and we will discuss that at the status hearing. at the status conference. And Mr. Mulligan, at this time, I would request that you would make a motion here on the record for continuing today's hearing on that motion for scheduling on April 6th, where we will set an actual hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate, number one, the discussion that we had on that issue. Two, I appreciate the understanding that was discussed, and I appreciate the fact that continuance is needed for today for at least a week until we do the status conference, which would actually set a potential hearing date if we need one. In the meantime, we will be having discussions internally and also outside the office about that particular issue. Thank you.
So is that a formal motion, Mr.
It is. Thank you.
Thank you. Any objection from the state?
No objection.
All right, the court will grant for good cause shown, grant the continuance of the hearing on the motion for non-dissemination. We will further discuss that on April 6th at the status conference. During the pendency of that motion, the court will keep the attorneys to ask the attorneys to continue the status quo with regard to non-disclosure and refrain from any disclosure of evidence in this case or talking about that until we have that issue resolved. Defense counsel?
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Watkins?
No objection.
Are there any other issues we need to discuss?
Just for the record, Your Honor, Marcy's law was complied with for today's hearing.
Thank you. All right. Mr. Mulligan, anything further?
No, but thank you, Judge.
All right, we'll all see you back on April 6th at 2 p.m. If there's nothing further, we're adjourned.
Thank you.
So again, April 6th, the next big date in this case involving Caleb Flynn, and he remains behind bars, and he appears to continue to be claiming his innocence against the accusations that he is the one who fired the shots that killed his wife. That will do it for On the Case, presented by Law and Crime. Subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify, and we're also streaming on Peacock. I'm Chris Stewart. We'll see you next time.